Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We are going to look at my Alice in Wonderland book today. I'm going to talk through it even though I'm not done with it because I have some ideas and I just want to talk it out with you guys. So here we go. We're not even bound yet. So we have 5, I think they're octaves, but we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss that today because I think a lot of my paper I don't want to keep. So we've come a long way with how I want to plan it out, but we're still in the paperclip phase. So things that I like are just paperclip where they go. I have to still connect the single pages, which I know how I want to do maybe, but haven't. So I have to pick something to connect to single pages. So I am back and forth on what I want to do to connect that. I actually was thinking about doilies this time, but then you have to decide which side to kind of cover. I'm not there. I'm not really worried about that yet. I think doilies are probably the way we're going to go. We'll see how that works out. So anyway, these are going to be strategically placed here, but I loved opening with the key. I don't know how we're going to figure out the buttons yet, but I do love the buttons with the little, you can see this, right? Yes, you can. With the little lamp and the, yes, all of this, good. This is definitely going to be a tuck scenario. Did we actually? No, we have not actually. So this actually. Okay. So this is going to be a tuck with the adorable, perfect. Love this. Love it next to this. Don't even really need to add anything over here if I don't want to. Now here's my rub. I kept all of my clocks. And when I was going through this time for the paperclip round, I absolutely hated every magazine piece. I go back and forth between loving the sort of, I want to say like violence of the aggressive, disgusting modern magazine page in with everything else, and then absolutely hating it because it's modern and disgusting and shiny and not good. So I think right now, and it's hard to decide, I might take all of these out, but we're going to do a whole walkthrough with them in, because that's the whole point of me documenting my process, is I could see what it looks like before I change my mind. So the idea was it was going to be Alice in Wonderland tea time, and I wanted to play with time and tea and Alice. So all of the timepieces that I found, if they were a full page, I just kept them full page. And some places I think it could work, like this is an interesting vibe. Other places I think it's just disgusting. And I don't like anything about this vibe, like a Rolex and Alice. It doesn't make any sense. So I think it's going to come out, but that's why we're documenting and why we're chatting through it for my own mental health. So this says, time is so beautiful. Imagine when it starts to rotate. That's going to go next to this. I think that came together. I truly don't remember, but I think so. See, like, I hate it. I hate it. Also, because the colors are wrong. Even if I cover all of this, it's still like, why are there, I don't associate Alice with any kind of luxury in that way. It's the whimsy, it's the strangeness, not luxury. Like, it's really weird to me. I did really like it when it was just on its own before I added stuff. I did kind of see the violence that I was interested in, the like marring of the like bringing in a modern concept with the dream whimsy really worked for me when it was just the pages. But now that I'm adding images and stuff, I hate it. So I think we're going to take them all out. But just the full pages, like this I still really like. This is a really interesting image still for me. This like people in a, like I still really like that. So we're going to find a way to keep that. So we have the drink me and a rose. There's a lot to love here. I think it's just the magazines that are driving me crazy. So this is the one that will be attached to this guy. These are from a planner years and years ago I had. I might not keep this one at all. I might attach. So this is my thought on this one, is I think I'm going to attach the doily in between here and here, glue this down, and have a little bit of the doily here, and that will be the hinge for these 2 pages. For this one, I think that's how we're going to go. I might do different hinges every time. So that's the first octave. This is going to be centered for sure. Like I'm going to do some kind of framey thing with this and then have this over the frame for sure. I love that. Love all of this. Again, tea time. You and me and a cup of tea. It's a little pink and red for this area. I might move it, but it's fine as a placeholder. Like I could move it here. So again, this was so cool. The whimsy of the, I liked when I was just looking at the pages, the whimsy of the fish with the timepiece. But now, and I was going to work with this as the, you know, the weirdo with his clams or shrimp or whatever. I was going to work that vibe into the, like, the vibe is there. But I don't, and I love this combination with the like, this is a fabric piece. I love this combination somehow. But I just, the magazine, the slickness of the magazine next to the organic, or, you know, the true paper without a gloss to it. I say true paper, I'm obviously being very elitist about my paper choices here. Okay, so we have this cute little, I'm not even going to undo all of these because it's just not the point for me right now. But you see the vibe that's coming here. We've got a couple of cute things. We've got this teacup that's adorable, and then the tea time, Norman Rockwell, love that. So we have a petunia, and then a teapot, and other cute things. Yeah, cute things. Will look adorable here. So this is one of the ones I liked more because the colors really work, and this does have a gentleness to it. There's no shine, there's no shimmer, but the paper, it's still the paper quality really irks me against the beautiful brown paper. So this is really what I'm struggling with. Like, this is very Alice to me. This is very unusual. What a scene. Weird colors. I think this is a bunny. Like, I love all of this going on here, but I don't like the shiny cheapness of the paper. I think I just can't do it. So this is the one I like the most, and I might just keep one for its strangeness, and maybe just one will feel different to me. I'm obsessed with this cutout and still trying to figure out the best placement. I think we might have to do it across the, but I just don't want to have to cut it if I don't have to. So I'm leaving it intact for as long as I can. If I can find another place. Like, doesn't it look so out of place now? Like this beautiful paper and then like weird. I don't love it. So this is going to be a tuck for something. And I hate, obviously I just hate it. So if I do keep them just to have paper, I'd have to cover them totally, and then I still have to find more paper anyway. But maybe that's the answer, is to keep it structurally so the vibe is still there, but to move on visually totally. I like this one better, but I don't like, actually, is this, no, it's not, okay, whew, I thought I glued this down psychotically, but I did not. But I don't think I like any of these modern timepieces. I'm going to have to save that concept for an entirely other, like if I just did timepieces from magazines, that would be a great vibe. I think maybe that's what I'll do, is I'll just remove all the timepieces that came from a magazine and make a tiny little glue book. I've been going back and forth on sequestering these timepieces. I mean, sequestering the magazine clippings to their own thing so as not to cheapen whatever else it's in, because all of a sudden it feels so cheap to me when it's mixed with things of quality. You know, when it's on its own, I love it. What a vibe. What a scavenge through the world. I also don't hate this timepiece with this, but I hate all of this, and I'd have to cover all of this. Maybe that's the answer, guys. Thank you for being here while I talk it out with all of you. You know, I say with myself because I'm alone in the room, but I'm actually speaking to you, and your collective attention is helping me. So I think that is what we'll do, perhaps. We'll see if I agree with myself at the end of this video. But I do just want to go through it still before I change it all. This will be so dope. I don't know why I haven't actually pulled the trigger on that, but that's going to be so cool. Just like that. I literally want to just, it's, you know, it's still on its page, but I want just the creepy Cheshire. Perfect. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Cheshire to prepare you. You see, you'll have the creepy Cheshire. We'll cover this with something else. Cheshire. Boom. Oh, perfect. Love it. And then this is going towards the queen. And then this weird, you know, and like the colors here work, but it's the, they've all got to come out. I was literally like couldn't sleep the other night. I was thinking about it. I love this. So this is the cover of a book that I found in like a, you know, an ephemera bin at a bookstore. Probably going to also center this and do some kind of framing thing. And then the Cheshire, and then we end there. So this is going to be, I have not conceived of the look of this yet. I've just put all the pieces together. This was like from a day that we went to this immersive exhibit. It was a Wonderland exhibit, and this is all the stuff we did that day, so I want to keep this all together. These are going to be put throughout this section, and we're going to stick with this like homey more pastoral, I guess, you know, like sweetness. This is more like, because this was a New York City adventure, and then everything else would be very homey, I think, to balance. That was my concept anyway. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. I actually did buy these in my final video. I promise I will link her information below. I don't have it on me right now. Well, if I'll link it. I'll find her. I'll link it. I will. She's amazing. Everything she does is amazing. I've bought a bunch of stuff from her, and I love her. It's a beautiful Etsy shop, and she's the best. I will link her. I promise. In the section below. So this is stuff we did at the. This is from the exhibit. This is stuff we did at the exhibit. All of this. I love this. These will be delightful little tags. All of this feels good to me. There's no magazine pieces in here. Pretty. So here it's so covered that I almost didn't even think of it. But was this a clock? Why is this here? I literally don't know why this was here. Oh, I think we're just gonna take that one out entirely. I think all the magazine pages have to go. I've said it 3 times now. Okay. So far, I still agree with myself. I love this. This is so cute. All right, cool. Well, we're four octaves in, and I still agree that all the magazines have got to come out except for maybe one. Yeah, so this I'm going to obnoxiously paint it red. But I think I want to do that when it's maybe down, you know? And then these guys are going to be cool. Is there a magazine piece on this side? Maybe I do a whole octave of the magazine. I don't really want it. Oh, I loved this one because it was red, but I hated the actual timepiece. Yes, love that. And there she is. There she is. See, this doesn't bother me as much because this feels fine. Like this was a calendar page and it feels good. Yeah, terrible. It's gotta go. All right, so that's the conclusion. Thank you guys for helping me out. That's the conclusion, is we're gonna keep everything except the magazine pages. We're just gonna take them out and make them their own thing. All right, cool. So that's where we are with Alice right now. We're not bound, we're not finished, we're not glued. We're still figuring out our pages. Thank God I didn't glue yet. This is why we have all these different phases that I go through with. First we put the book together, then we feel it out, then we paperclip, then we bind, then we glue, or, you know, however we end up doing it. Some of them I've glued and then bound, whatever. Anyway, thank you. This is my Alice book. Still in progress, doing good, feeling much better now that we've agreed magazine pages are coming out. You'll get the update as soon as I have one. Have a beautiful day. Thanks for sticking around. Mwah!